If you try to quit smoking and failed, there's one thing you're missing. And no, I'm not saying any cessation tool, any therapy session. I'm saying one paradigm shift that you have to do so you could transact your mind to a non-smoker. And the first thing you're missing is you can't quit smoking now and you're having a sticker shock. Wow, what these guys doing mean? And I really mean by that, I'm not trying to clickbait you or something. Because basically quitting smoking is just a habit. It's just a habit that formed with our beliefs. So let's start by observing our beliefs. Here's our beliefs, and beliefs form in two ways. One, emotion. Two, logic. Very simple. But when it comes to this part, we don't use our logical side that much. That's why so many people say, I want to quit because I'm losing money, I'm losing my health, I'm smelling bad. Doesn't work. Never gonna work. Don't waste your time. Because we have a thing called limbic part of our brain, and it says basically, oh, I want to chase certain emotions. So what these certain emotions? It is happiness. I know you're saying, I'm not happy doing this, I want to quit. Do you think I'm smiling? No, I don't think so. But the happiness means one thing in here. A simple, certain outcome. And this outcome has two ways to go. One is of course the classical seeking pleasure part, like smoking with coffee, alcohol, or being a social smoker in environments. The second one is avoiding pain. So this could be, let's say your father died and you want to smoke to suppress the emotions, or you're stressed in general, or you want to smoke to suppress it. But alongside it, we chase always happiness. And like you know, happiness is the certain outcome. As human beings, whatever we do, we chase those things. And I'm gonna prove it to you in the normal habit cycle. Because like I said in the first step, it is just an habit. It doesn't have a difference than playing guitar or learning how to smoke. So on the basic diagram, there's good habits, then there's bad habits. So on the good habits, let's say you want to learn guitar. This is you, and you watch Kurt Cobain, you got really hyped and you want to become a guitarist right now. If you pass this area, you're gonna become a guitarist, simple. But what do you mean by this area? Basically, there's a campfire, which you have to put yourself voluntarily in, and if you put yourself in there, of course you're gonna suffer. You're gonna burn your skin alive. And to learn something new, basically in this scenario guitar, you don't have any choice to put yourself to this. You can't do any mental work, you can't do any therapy session. But in smoking, you're already in this fire. You're burning your skin alive and you're staying here for a long time actually. You're trying to find your way out, but you're bashing your head against one thing. And this is a wall called excuses. And what do you mean by excuses? It's basically pretty much our beliefs. If you say to yourself, oh, I can't quit smoking because I'm stressed, of course, it will manifest to the real world, then it's become your reality. And each time you have a thought like this wall will solidify itself and it will be literally impossible to fail. That's why you kind of crave cigarettes, because you're trying to technically quit something good for yourself. But hey, logically we know it's really bad, right? We're losing a health, whatever. That's why I said never use your logic. Never. To become this guy who started to light his first cigarette, basically a non-smoker version of you, we have to understand those things work in common. This is our first step. And basically that's pretty much it. You light your first cigarette, you learn how to use lighter, you learn how to cough, and so many more skills. So basically you could do the same thing to learn guitar. Just the habit's different, but the action process is the same. Okay, so how are we gonna quit? This is our main crucial question now. And I want to say it, you know the answer. So to just prove you with that, I just want you to differentiate smoking habits versus other bad habits like other addictions. There's something in your life which you dropped. This could be caffeine, this could be pornography, this could be video games. And if you really dig down deep into your past and observe how you quit it, you're gonna realize one thing. It will be useless. Pretty much you're gonna say, oh, video games doesn't serve for me, alcohol doesn't make my day anymore, I'm not getting excited about them. And that's the key point. You technically saying they become useless, so I didn't crave them and basically drop it. And when it comes to my story, literally that was my case. Like I was addicted to 6 to 8 things. From caffeine to cigarettes, I literally hit the old marks and I dropped most of them without even trying to. Why? Because they're useless. But when it comes to cigarettes, I kind of had hardest times because I had this wall of excuses, you know, because I was living a stressful life and I bonded with cigarettes because I was stressed. That was my only coping mechanism. So what did I do? I solidified the wall, smoked more, and loved the cigarettes more. And each time I tried to drop whatever I'm method using, I craved this goddamn thing like crazy. But I realized how I dropped other addictions, basically making them useless. And I used one single method. No, this is not reading Alan Carr, by the way. This is observing. This is literally becoming a 5-year-old or a scientist in your own words and asking one simple question. Why? Like, why do I think like that? Why do I think cigarette make me relax? Why I can't stop smoking? Why I started smoking? Why I want to stop smoking? And so many why questions like that. You're gonna literally get all of the answers. But there is one thing sitting in our way, and that's propaganda coming from every places. I was about to say tobacco companies poisoning us, but no. The main enemy is literally people who try to help you to quit addictions. Because all of them, they're gonna say, oh, it's going to be really hard, don't do it. Use vape, use nicotine gums. No, it's not gonna be. There's literally a guy like me who's saying it's so freaking easy. All you have to do is observe, get the necessary answers in your mind, and make the unconscious conscious. And how I'm standing on this point, because I'm saying there's other addictions in your life and they're just a habit. You just stop doing something bad because you said, oh, it's useless, and you see it with your bare eyes. Now we have to do the same thing with this. There's literally no difference at all. Why? Since there's so many propaganda about, oh, nicotine is more addictive than heroin. Really? Really? They're just trying to make the process much more harder so they could turn you into a cash cow, I'm sorry to say, and create $1 billion tobacco industry and also secession industry at the same time. So 2 billion. They're doing this because they want you to feel out of control. If you feel out of control, you spend more money on therapies, books, gums, like those things you understand so far. But you are the one who's in control. Basically, this is not me accusing you, being on your side and making you realize. You're the one who started smoking. No one forced you to do so. Literally, there's no tobacco company. They wish to do that, by the way. There's no tobacco company in this world. Put a cigarette in your mouth and said, oh, it's so good. Instead, they just like spread in the media, spread in the movies, and so many more things like that. They even control the addiction gurus. You can see there's so many trash advice on YouTube. But hey, I'm the only one who's saying things, and I wonder when is my channel gonna get banned anyway. But once you realize you're in the control, you're just gonna, oh, I was like delaying this time for my whole life. And I made a good video about I quit smoking 0 to 180 days. You better check that out. Now you know every knowledge you need to quit smoking. And if you want to quit smoking once and for all, there's a link in the description to book a call with me so we can handle the situation together. This is I2, and I know you're gonna make it.